What's up, bottom feeder? On August the 2nd there will be a Pauper Showcase challenge on Magic Online, which is an high-stake tournament, and if you top 8 it will qualify to another tournament, and if you win you go to another tournament, and blah blah blah, all the way up to the MOCS, which is a very high-stake tournament where you can win a lot of money and, most importantly, a lot of glory. Which weapon I'm gonna choose to fight this metagame? Let's find out! I know you're very curious, but before we go deep into the metagame, there's something really cool I'd like to share with you. 3 days ago, Pauper Ragnarok took place, which is an IPT. More than 100 players played in the event, and the two finalists were two members of Team Golden Pigs, which is my team, and the one who won it all is Ciurlo. Tommaso Loss, 2 times Paupergeddon finalist. He played a Brew Flicker Tron with 4 Flickers and 4 Cryogenic Relics, which I think it's a very good deck right now. And the other one is MVanni on Magic Online, Giovanni Rosso, a very powerful CawGates player. And Giovanni Rosso was the finalist of the last Showcase challenge. So I'm very glad to be part of a team so great, and congrats to all of them. And you know, there's another Golden Pigs member with groundbreaking news. Yesterday, Seasonofmists started streaming on Twitch. I will link his channel in the description of this video. And why are you even watching this video? Close the video, go follow him, because it's 100% better than me. And to be honest, I think he is one of the 5 best players in the world when it comes to Pauper right now. Anyway, we have this big tournament ahead of us and we should prepare for it. The metagame is kinda wide, or so the last Paupergeddon showed us. There are few optimal decks in my opinion, but there are a lot of tier 2 strategies that you can do pretty well with if you know what you're doing. So in metagame like this, I tend to play proactive decks, because if you are the one with the answers, maybe you have the wrong answers for the wrong threats. For example, you play a mid-range deck with a lot of graveyard aid for spy, but then you face elves and you don't have toxin analysis and stuff like that. So I'm leaning toward something like mono red, red green aggro, mono blue terror, decks like this. But since I really love the Rat Tron, GiorgioCombo, Control Tron, whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna give it a try in a league to see how it fares in the current metagame, because I think the deck is very good. It has a good spy matchup, which is very important, because that deck it's everywhere right now. It is very good versus Jund, which I think is still one of the best decks in the format, and it's a deck that tend to be played in high stakes tournaments. And it's very good versus the burn decks, because you have Fangren Marauder, Candy Trail, you have Weather the Storm in the sideboard. So I think it's a good deck. The problem is it's not very good into High Tide, which it's not all that present, but it's not very good versus Mono Blue Terror, which tends to be played in high stake tournaments, because, I don't know, maybe because it's a difficult deck to play and the better players tend to do a lot better than the average ones. So my reasoning is, if we build this deck in order to have a good matchup into Mono Blue Terror, then I think it's a very good choice for the tournament, because what you gonna expect in a tournament like that? A lot of Jund, a lot of burn decks, and a lot of Mono Blue Terrors, right? And even though High Tide is good into Jund, it is not very good into Mono Red with Pyroblast and into Mono Blue Terror. So I kinda expect a metagame with not a lot of High Tides at the higher table. Of course, I could be wrong, but that's my reasoning. And I also think it's reasonable to expect some decks with a new and powerful Cryogenic Relic. It's not clear to me which is the best Relic deck, but I think the most obvious ones are Affinity, which is blue and plays the Disputes FX, and the 2 Flicker decks, so Familiars and Flicker Tron. And I think Altarless Tron is good into those decks, because Affinity dies to Fangren Marauder, just like Jund, and the other 2 suffers Crypt Rats, Cast Down, Pyroblast, Nile Spellbomb, and all of that. So here's the deck that we are gonna play today. I wanna try it. I think the main deck is kinda perfect right now, because I tuned it with some Golden Pigs members, and I'm not going into the details of the main deck. I did a lot of videos and I will link those videos. So when it comes to the sideboard, you will see that I have 17 cards, and that's not legal, and that's because I need to choose 4 cards between those 6 cards. Basically, Circle of Protection, blue, should be good versus Mono Blue Terror and Mono Blue Fairies. Karklan Shaman, it's good versus Mono Red with the creatures and elves and spy walls and stuff like that. And Extra Attack Confession, it's good versus Red Green, which is having a resurgence right now, and also good versus Mono Blue Terror because it's an edict, and of course it's very good versus our Hexproof. In a previous iteration of this deck, I had 2 Ulamog Crushers in the sideboard as an alternative win condition. They weren't all that good, and now I have another stream of thought because sometimes people try to mill you out, for example Jund and stuff like that. Keep in mind, this deck was new, now the deck is well known and people start to realize how to play against it, and milling me out can be a viable strategy. So the second stream of thought, it's for that. And when it comes to those 6 cards, I am not sure which configuration is the best one. I am gonna start with the most extreme one. Circle of Protection Blue is the, I guess, the best card versus Mono Blue Terror, and I wanna have an edge versus that deck, so I'm for sure gonna play 2 of this. And I wanna play 2 Karklan Shaman because they are very good versus the Spy deck. I think we have a fine Spy matchup, but I want to destroy that deck because it's everywhere. So for now, I'm gonna cut Extra Attack Confession, but I'm not sure this is the right thing to do. The other main consideration for me right now is red-green aggro, because I love that deck, I think it's very good, I think it's underplayed, and I think I have a very good sideboard right now. That deck can be tuned to beat Mono Red and Spy, it's naturally good versus Mono Blue Terror, and it should be good versus Jund, as long as they don't play Toxin Analysis. If they do play Toxin Analysis, it can be good if you devote a lot of sideboard space for that. And at that point, you cannot beat Spy or Mono Red, so I will not play red-green in such an environment. Anyway, the next video will probably be the last one for me until September, and it will be the recording of the Showcase Challenge. I hope it goes well, but we will see. As soon as you can, check the description of the video, you will find the data trackers, my sponsors, and some cool channels, and of course you will find the Fangren Marauder song and the link to a classic song by the Italian punk legends Klaxon. Now let's go into the league, let's click very fast and let's smash some opponents. Welcome to match number 1, and this is a mulligan. We cannot keep 1 lander in this deck, and so this is a mulligan again, and this is a mulligan again. And this is a bad keep, because we have 2 land, but the same... Yeah, that's very bad. Okay. We are gonna bottom these cards. If at least one of those Urza's mine was another Tron piece, well... yeah. And I put my Spellbomb on the bottom. And I play versus the Spy deck, and I mulligan to 4. Yeah. That's fair. I'm not even sure if it's correct to show the deck. I did just because they have a not so good hand. Okay, so they top deck Swamp. They have 2 Lotus Petal in hand that I hide. No point in using the map because I don't know what lands I want to take. Okay, and next turn I'm gonna cast down the Battleman for sure. They could cycle the Troll if they play 5 lands and they have a Spy. I could try to bait them. I pass, they cycle at the end of turn. I pass, they go for the Spy, and response I cast down the Battleman and hope they don't have enough creatures. But I don't think it's very good to do that because if they have another land in the deck, chances are they are not gonna mill their deck anyways. So if they didn't have other lands in the deck, then sure, I could go for that plan because I need to steal this game. No way I'm gonna win this game if I don't steal it. Okay, so they have the Masked Vandal to destroy my Prophetic Prism, but I have another one, so I need to cash in this map before they go after the map. And now I'm gonna use the map and take the Power Plant and cast the Cantrell. Why not the Tower? Because if I use a map, let's say... yeah, I guess I just do like this now. Okay, this I don't need, and this one I do need. Okay, I was saying, if I were to destroy the map, I would have taken not the tower. The tower is the last one you should take, because let's say you have 3 lands, you draw a map, you use 3 mana to go search for the last Tron piece, and if that's a tower, now you have 3 mana. While if it's a mine or a power plant, then you have just 2 mana, right? So that's not how you do. Okay, so next turn they are gonna win, and I need to find. Okay, if they cast the spy, they win. Yeah, I need to go for the prism, search for nothing, and oh, I need to kill the wall now. And if they have another land in the deck, maybe they go for the spy and we survive. But then we lost the turn after. So okay, let me see your deck. Yeah, so they play 4 lands. Okay, that's it. When it comes to the sideboard, of course we are gonna play Negate, and we are gonna play Carcon Shaman, because they have a lot of creatures. We don't need Stream of Thought, and we don't need Nile Spellbomb. No, just kidding. I'm not gonna cut the Nile Spellbomb. We could cut the Fangraph, because there's no need to bring back creatures. And I think we could cut 2 Marauders, because it's very unlikely we go so high that we are out of the range of the giants. So basically the plan here is to lock them with a combination of Rats creatures and cast downs and Nile Spellbomb and Negate, and gain enough time to win with beatdown or Crypt Rat in the board multiple times, or killing them with Crypt Rats, sorry. Okay, so we are gonna start, and yeah, of course, another mulligan. And the mulligan to 6, I think I think we keep this hand, even though it's not good. But at least we have a turn 2 Fanatical Offering into turn 3 Eviscerators in sight. We are not gonna have Tron online very soon, but if we draw some artifacts and land drops, we could have Carcon Shaman to slow them. And it's technically correct to do that on their end of turn, but time is an issue when you play this deck. So okay, so second land, we are gonna cast down that one. Okay, the second Tron piece, it's very nice, and do this right now. Okay, another wall. And we could lose next turn. If they have a swamp, if they have a way to find a swamp and the spy, we could lose, but there's nothing I could do, I think. So I'm gonna cast my Prophetic Prism and see what happens. And I could Eviscerators in sight, but I'm actually not... maybe I could cast the Carcon Shaman. Yeah, if I cast the Carcon Shaman, they cannot combo me out this turn, unless something very strange happens, because I can kill the Gatekeeper Vine. But that uses my mana real bad, and no, I think I'm gonna pass, bluff a counter or something, and do my Eviscerators in sight on the end of turn. And if they go for it, and if they have all the cards and go for it, yeah, I guess it's fine. Now I need to find artifacts with these Eviscerators in sight, because 3 mana, okay, Lead a Stampede. Okay, Battlement, Saruli, and Mesmeric Fiend. Okay, Lotus Petal and Saruli, so that they can tap it next turn. And I'm gonna do that, I know... yeah. I'm gonna... So, let's see. I could just... Yeah, but... You have a 5th land. If I go for Crystal Grotto, 2 mana, basically 2 mana to cast the Carcon Shaman. Oh no, I use the Pented Prism. I use 1 land to cast the Shaman, then I go for Wellspring, and I don't have counter up. But I have a Carcon Shaman up. In that case, it's better to do like this, because maybe I use... No. But I can rat the board, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I am gonna do it like this, I think. Okay. And they have a Mesmeric Fiend in hand. If I do this right now, next turn they are gonna use the Mesmeric Fiend to... Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass another turn because they cannot combo me this turn with the Karkan Shaman on the board. And they will be scared to play the Battlement and the Mesmeric Fiend. Because if they do, then I'm gonna clear that up with my Karkan Shaman, most likely. Maybe I should have played the Crystal Grotto in order to scry one. Yeah, maybe that was better. Yeah, for sure. Because if I untap this turn, which I think it's very likely, because remember, they don't even have the spy as far as we know, right? Okay. Wall of Roots and Masked Vandal. And that's very good if they go for Masked Vandal, because then my Nile Spellbomb is safe. And they go for the Prophetic Prism, I guess. If I use the Karkan Shaman now, they are gonna cast the Mesmeric Fiend. So I'm not gonna do that because I believe I'm gonna find enough artifacts in the near future. Because now I'm gonna go for the Crystal Grotto. Okay, and the Battlement. No, oh, yeah, of course. Because it has 5 toughness. Okay. Yeah, that's an artifact for sure. What if I go map? Crack the map. I have a black mana. Yeah. I need to... No, maybe I don't do this right now. I play the Crystal Grotto. See what's on top. I think that's good enough. I play the Nile Spellbomb because why not? And I have a lot of mana up. If they try to combo me, I have negate, because remember I have a Crystal Grotto. And if they pass without attempting a combo, which I think is likely, I'm gonna go for Eviscerator's Insight into map, untap with my Tron online, and at that point I think I'm gonna win, because I have a Nile Spellbomb, a negate, a million cards in hand, and a Karkan Shaman, which is gonna destroy the board. Okay, so go for the hand, which is perfect, because I don't think we are gonna... Okay, so they cast this one. Yeah. This is fine, because we are not gonna lose this game by beatdown. Yeah, okay, I take it, because I have Fangren Marauder on top of my deck. Little do they know. And now I'm gonna draw before I use the map, because I have a good card on top of my deck, which is the Fangren Marauder. And now I'm gonna crack the map and take the Power Plant. Okay. Play the Power Plant. Play the Candy Trail. Scry. Let's see what's on top. No, this one I don't need, and no, this one I don't need either. And I'm gonna... Okay, so a lot of artifacts, which is what we want to draw right now. Exactly, another one. Okay, so now we could rat the board for 5, but I don't think we need to do that right now. I can take a hit by the Ludless Giant, and next turn I'm gonna rat the board. Yeah, okay. Do we wanna use the Candy Trail? Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, I should play my map for sure and pass, because now at the end of turn I'm gonna cash in my Viscerator's Insight and they concede. Okay, we have a lot of time for game 3, which is refreshing, and yeah, we have a keep for game 3, which is refreshing, given that in my last 3 videos I mulliganed like 1000 times. Yeah, I think this is a very good hand, and they keep at 7. I'm impressed by the keep rate of the new spy decks, because yeah, they play Lotus Petal. I'm not even sure how much is luck, how much is it's reasonable for them to mulligan like this. I don't know if I wanna cast my... No, I think turn 2 they're gonna cast Malevolent Rumble, and I don't need to expose my Nile Spellbomb, because now they are gonna cast the Malevolent Rumble most likely, and if they see I have a Spellbomb out, for sure they are gonna take the Vandal if given the chance. Oh no, they go for the Wildering. Oh, they have just one Wildering, because for some reason it shows twice, but they don't have the spy. So I think I'm gonna play this one, and that's the Malevolent Rumble, okay. And they are gonna take the Spy, I guess. Okay, so now we're gonna play the Nile Spellbomb. They have 5 cards in hand. I know 4 of them. And I just need them to not have top deck Disenchant effect. So, with 3 mana, I'm gonna play all my artifacts. Yeah, Candy Trail is the first one. And cast down... Oh, map I don't like. Cast down, I think it's fine because I have a draw spell in hand. Yeah. And no point in... So next turn I'm gonna use 2 mana. Yeah, I need to play the Urza's Tower because... Yeah, because next turn I'm gonna use 2 lands to take the last Tron piece, and with 5 mana I'm gonna go Prophetic Prism into stuff. Okay, and if they go for the Spy, they lose, thanks to my trusty Nile Spellbomb. And they have 2 unknown cards. I just need... I guess they are gonna target me. Yeah. Okay, and cast down, Crypt... Oh yeah, because I kept on top. Reasonable, so they most likely have another Spy in hand. Yeah, okay. But still, they need to find a way to destroy my Spellbomb, right? Okay, so, crack them up. And now we have Tron online. As long as I don't misclick. I'm gonna use this one. Okay, that will be good later. And I think I have enough time. Yeah, I think I have the time to take both. And yeah, same. Yeah. So now I pass. They cannot kill me this turn, unless they have a way to destroy the Spellbomb, which doesn't seem likely. End of turn I'm gonna Dispute, and I'm gonna have an increasing amount of interaction up for the time being. Okay, that one I'm gonna cast down, and that one I'm not gonna cast down. They don't have lands in the deck, and draw 1,000,000 cards. Okay, so I need to survive this turn, because if I do, then I'm gonna use Crypt Rats. And the best way to do that... What if I play Crypt Rats now? I have access to 1, 2, 3 mana. 1 for the Crypt Rats, I can Rat for 2. And they have 2 cards left. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start with my... Igor Wellspring. And no, I'm gonna cast Prophetic Prism, Wizard's Rocket, and I could play Crypt Rats and Rat for 2, and then kill the Battlement, and they just have a Spy, and then they cannot... Oh, I need to think this through. Oh no, I cannot do that. I don't have enough mana. No, because I played too many cards. So at this point, I think the best course of action is just to use Candy Trail and see what I find. Yeah. And at this point, might as well playing this one. For mana, I could Eviscerator and then cast down. And if I draw something better, which is just another copy of Night Spellbomb at this point, but they just have 1 card in hand. One is a Spy, and they need to top deck. So if I find another Spellbomb, I don't think I could lose this turn. And if I untap, then I don't think I could lose ever again. Okay, your turn. And you have 6 mana. Oh, not the Van. Okay. Yeah, useless creatures, because they are gonna die to my Rats. Little do they know that I'm gonna use my Rats next turn. And at that point, I think it's very hard for them to come back. Yeah. But maybe they don't play all the creatures? No, they do. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's start by drawing some cards, right? And I need... Maybe I just pass with my rats up. Yeah, maybe it's better to do that. So I need 3, 5, 8 mana. So I can spend 5 mana this turn. And so I can dispute, right? So let's do that. Okay, negate it's pretty good. And at this point, I think I'm gonna stop drawing cards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So 5, 2 for the counter. And I think I just go to discard. Let's see. What's the upside of doing this now? I just think I do this now because I don't want them to have the mana to draw many cards. And rat for 5. Destroy everything. And play another Wizard's Rocket. And pass the turn. Yeah, I go to discard and I don't think I need another Urza's Power Plant. And I have negate up. Okay, this one it's acceptable. And GiorgioCombo wins the match. Welcome to match number 2, and this is another mulligan, but my opponent mulligans and we do again. I think I'm gonna keep this one. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Why? Well, because I have like 80% to find another second land by turn 2, because I'm on the draw. I draw 1 for my turn, 1 for my second turn, I scry 2 with Candy Trail, and I have 17 lands. And if I find a second land, I have Expedition Map. At 7 I could mulligan, but at 6 I think I would keep. And this is the mono black aggro deck. This is not a land, and those are lands, but I don't think I need the map because I have colored mana and I will not have time to go for the second map for the colored mana and blah blah blah. No second land for them, maybe? Okay, that's very good for us, of course. And I know this is a bad way to spend our mana, but I need to cast my map. And in the previous match, I said Urza's Tower is the last one you need to take if given the chance. And this is why. Because next turn I'm gonna tap my 2 lands for the map and I have 2 mana left. Not that it matters because I don't have 3 mana to spend anyways, but you get the point. And we need to rush a little bit because if they find another land, okay, they do not. We are lucky. And Urza's mine. And now we are gonna play the black producing card because maybe we find a lot of black mana to Crypt Rats next turn before the Mortician Beetle go nuts. I know I have my dispute effects, but I could cast Igor Wellspring anyways because now I have Tron online. And the second land by turn 4, which is very good for us because we had a slow hand. But you know, cast down could be good. If they don't kill us next turn, yeah, I think we need to set up a very big Marauder for next turn. So now we are gonna cast the Igor Wellspring, draw a card, dispute with Fanatical Offering. Okay. And black mana. I use this one because it leaves an artifact on the board. I need to find lands, basically. This is not a land. And this is not the best land, but a land. I have 3 for mana. I'm gonna cast the Prophetic Prism before I cast my land, because maybe I find another Tron land, which would be better. And this is not a... Okay, so now I'm gonna cast this one. This one. Hope I don't die. I could, but it seems unlikely. And next turn I'm gonna gain a bunch of life. And if I don't die this turn, I will not probably die the turn after. And I will not die ever again, because if the first Fangren Marauder gains me like 10 life, the second one gains me 1.5 million lives. So basically it all comes down if our opponent kills us now. And they could, because every creature they play, it's 4 damage, because they sacrifice, they play a token, so they sacrifice it twice. And so 2 counters here and 2 here. So 4. If they have a land, okay, so this is 8. This is 12. If they have a land and another creature, I think we dies. If not, I think we survive. Did I miscount? I don't think so. 11, 12. Okay, we go to 2. And yeah, we could still die. here. So 7 mana. Take green. Play Marauder. Use map. Gain 5 life. Take the tower. Use my tower. And now I take black mana. And now I'm gonna use my map and then my Candy Trail. And yeah. Candy Trail into the graveyard? No. I want to keep it on top. And now we are 25. I don't think we will die this turn. And next turn we are going to go for another Marauder. And we are getting out of hand, I think. Just because our opponent was stuck on land. Because we had a slow end. They had a slow end too. Okay. This is not very relevant now. So it's like 6 damage. So 7 and 5, 12 and 6, 18. No, I'm gonna take it. I go to 7. Oh, okay. Fangren Marauder number 2. Candy Trail. We need a land. Okay. Those are most certainly lands. But I don't need too many lands. So I'm just gonna take the first one. Yeah, I would like to gain some life. I'm gonna play this one. Oh, no, I don't need to do that. I don't think I need a 4th Fangren Marauder. I would like to take my Wizard Rocket because I'm gonna rat the board in a minute. And I am gonna use this one. I have 2 mana. And I'm gonna play Expedition Map into the Wizard's Rocket. And now I am at 40 and I don't see myself losing. And I don't see myself blocking with 2 Marauders. So I'm gonna attack with this one. And okay, so they are... Next turn I am gonna kill them with rats. No. This one I can block, but I don't wanna... I don't think it's relevant. They are gonna sacrifice this one for sure. So why risking a Death Touch effect? I don't see the reason. Okay, they go very, very tall, go very, very big. Now I attack with my 2 Fangren Marauders and then rat, and they lose. Yeah, I think so. So, attack. Okay. This is my rat. You like it? Yeah. Okay, so here we are for sure gonna side in Karklan Shaman, and we don't need Stream of Thought because we could simply win with Crypt Rats, as you saw in the previous game. They don't have ways to gain life, while we have the Fangren Marauder who protects us. And we need to cut cards, and Nile Spellbolt, it's not that important. They have some shenanigans with the graveyard, but they are not all that important. You could play out Weather the Storm, but they do a lot of damage, and I don't think that's very good. But since Spellbomb is not very relevant, maybe 1 negate. Okay, this end is skippable because their deck is a Swarm deck, which is soft to cast down, because until they play this type of cards, we don't really care. And we have 2 cast down. We need lands, basically. And yeah, of course, this is a land. Too many disputes, but we will find a use for those cards, I guess. Now we are gonna... Oh, okay. So they're stuck on land again, it seems. Okay, very lucky on our part. And, you know, now we have black mana. Oh, the Fangren Marauder. And basically, the deck, it's sacrifice outlets, sacrifice payoffs, like this one, and a bunch of enablers. So if you go after the enablers or the payoffs, then the deck does not a lot. And I am gonna do this right now because I don't want them to dispute the creature in response to my removal spell. There's no way that's correct, right? Okay, and we are gonna cast down this one in a second. I think we could do that later. If we find a land, we are gonna kill it now. If not, I think we can safely do next turn, because it's not like they are gonna kill us with Carrion Feeder with 1 land on this board, right? 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 Okay, they attack for 2, so they don't seem to have a whole lot going on. And yeah, they dispute, and they find a land. they found a land. Very, very unlucky. Unlucky for them. Welcome to match number 3, and yeah, this is a keep. I'm not sure if it's a keep, because we don't have black mana, but we could find one, and this probably means terror, and so we are gonna, okay, and we need lands. I don't wanna draw too many artifacts. This probably means terror, which means Nile Spellbomb is good, and we are gonna find out if our... Ooh, they milled us. Okay, cool. Are they gonna... I don't think they are gonna terrorize us next turn. But they are gonna Spell Pierce us. Okay, they could... Okay. I'm gonna bait, okay, in fact, because I need this one to find me lands. Yeah, I think I like both. I'm gonna skip my land drop this turn, but next turn I'm gonna draw both my cards. I'm gonna play my Nile Spellbomb. Okay, so they didn't reveal with Delver of Secrets. If they tap out for a Serpent, it's bad for me. And I... it's very, very bad, but I think I need to cash in my Nile Spellbomb. And not drawing with a Spellbomb, it's very bad in this matchup. But I cannot afford to get a big snake on the board. And they also had the draw 2. And they reveal Mental Note and Deep Analysis again. Wow. Wow. And now they could play a Serpent. Second from the top. Yeah. Real aggressive play. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Okay. We are probably going to lose. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess I could dispute and lose. And they get me real good with those thought scores. They drew too many, which is unfortunate, but it happens. That's a strong deck and a high variance deck. I don't think we need the rats. I think we could trim one Fangren Marauder. We could trim one dispute because they are gonna go after maybe 2 Fangren Marauders. Yeah, maybe 2 Fangren Marauders. Because Circle of Protection is similar. Yeah, but it's only good if I can protect it. What if I don't play the second stream? Yeah, I cut another one. No, let me try like this. Okay, I'm not sure. I cut the rats and 2 disputes because they are gonna go after rats. Does nothing, and they're gonna go after our artifacts, as you saw in the previous game. So you can be stranded with too many insights in hand. And I'm gonna cut one Fangren Marauder because Circle of Protection, it's an easier to cast Fangren Marauder basically. And at that point, I'm not sure if I wanna play the second stream. Maybe I need to be a little more greedy. And I'm not gonna cut the Fangraph this time because this is a game where I wanna do my land drops. Yeah, I kinda like this end. Candy Trail. Yeah, the map is fine because I need to get to the Tron. And I'm not gonna play one of my spells into an obvious Spell Pierce or Negate. So no thank you. I'm gonna cash in my Candy Trail at the end of turn. Thank you. Okay. And now I think I'm gonna cast them up. If you counter, I play another map and Wizard's Rocket. If you don't counter, yeah, okay. You got me. But I have another one. What about this one? Okay, no. But in reality, I wanted to play my Wizard's Rocket so that next turn I could play my Circle of Protection. And check for an answer. Okay, so I play my Spell Bomb. And I'm not gonna use it now because... Okay, if they play a land and tap out... Yeah, of course, they could play a land and cast a Serpent, but I think that's just fine. And now I'm gonna use it, because I'm even gonna draw a card. And I would like to draw a card. Yeah, a land, for example. Yeah. Plays this one, which is scarier, because maybe I have the last Tron piece in hand. Okay, you can brainstorm. And for them... Oh, Augur of Bolas. Interesting. And for them, countering the Expedition map could be very good, but could also be very bad, because if they don't have pressure, like in this case, and I make my land drops, then they basically wasted their counters on useless cards. Yeah, I know, I didn't have my... okay, so what's about this one? Oh, okay, because they know I'm gonna try to kill them with Stream. Okay, and I just have one Stream in the deck. So I need to carefully use my Nile Spellbomb to beat the Campfire. Okay, I guess. Okay, your turn. And if I go to game 3, I'm gonna put my second Stream in, because that's an easy way to beat Campfire, right? Yeah, okay. Do your cantripping. I would like to draw artifacts. Yeah, that's an artifact for sure. Okay. I'm not gonna rush. Oh, okay, so they wanna try to mill me. Okay, this one is fine, because I'm gonna cast it down at the end of turn. No, let's do it on my turn, because I don't... Okay, cast this one. They counterspell. Oh... yeah. And I played into Spell Pierce. Okay, so I'm gonna cast it down on their upkeep, so that if they want to spend their mana to save it, they have to do that in their turn. And at some point... Oh, okay, this one is fine. Okay, this one is also fine-ish. One day I will draw my lands, but not today, not today. And they counterspell. And I think I take black, red, white. Okay, at this point let me see if you have another counter as your last card in hand. You don't. And at some point I hope to find a colored mana source and use my Pyroblast to protect my circle of protection. And I'm gonna prevent this one. No. Here is Giorgio from the future, and this part of the video is faster because it's boring otherwise, but it's still informative. Basically what happens is we never resolved a relevant spell for the rest of the game because our opponent has 7 cards in hands and we have nothing, basically, and they keep on countering our artifacts, and so at the end of the game they mill us out because they have Campfire, so they draw their whole deck with cantrips, and when they reach 0 cards in the library, they shuffle back with Campfire and start drawing all over again with an infinite stream of Lorien Reveals and cantrips, because their deck has no lands anymore, basically. So we never lose with combat damage because of the circle of protection, but we also never win, and ultimately we lose by mill. So circle of protection might be good in this matchup, but not versus this opponent and versus this strategy. Okay, so basically this match was basically impossible to win with this configuration because my opponent next leveled me because he knows my list, I think, and he identified that with this configuration they could mill me out because they decided in Campfire they took out all creatures basically, and they just left the Murmuring Mystics. And with less focus, that means that even Stream of Thought, it's not guaranteed to work, right? Because I go for a big stream and they go for a big loose focus and they counter my stream. So in order to beat this configuration, I needed to, first of all, draw a little better, because maybe with some artifacts I can make my engine roll a little bit more. And second of all, resolve my Nile Spellbomb and my Wizard's Rockets as early as I could and keep them in the board to checkmate my opponent, basically. But I didn't know this plan, so I didn't do that. I didn't plan to that, and of course I lost because my opponent was better than me, basically. Welcome to match number 4, and this is a good end, I think. And we lost the die roll. If I'm not mistaken, we lost 4 on 4 die rolls, and yeah, they're playing the spy deck again. Okay, Lotus Petal and get Cooper Vine, I guess. Okay, so a fastish start. They have a Mesmeric Fiend that they're probably gonna cast next turn. And yeah, they could take my Fanatical Offering, or they could take my Cast Down, because Cast Down kills the Mesmeric Fiend and gives me back the Fanatical Offering, and that's basically the same, but I use more mana. We need to dig, and next turn I'm gonna go Swamp and Fanatical Offering my Wellspring, because I really need to find my Spellbomb to try and gain some time. Okay, another land. They're gonna take the Forest, yeah, and play maybe Queen of Ranger, or they could play the Mesmeric Fiend this turn. Yeah, and that's the thing, I guess. Okay. At this point, I don't think it's reasonable to take one of the disputes, so they're probably going to take the Cast Down, but what do I know? And again, in the last leagues, every opponent on this deck basically kept at 7 or sometimes at 6. I'm not even sure how much is luck at this point and how much is that the addition of Lotus Petal gives a lot of more consistency. In the old spy deck, I was against Lotus Petal because keeping a hand on the back of Lotus Petal is to not mulligan is kind of like a mulligan in itself, right? But this deck has a lot of card advantage, so in this deck I don't mind doing that, so it's probably correct. Okay, and now we could Expedition map and guarantee the Tron, or we could dispute. Yeah, I think we need to go, yeah, a little bit faster. And now we are not gonna play the Spellbomb, we are gonna play the map, because I don't think they're gonna kill us this turn. Let's see. Okay, as far as I know, they don't have the spy. They could have drawn it, but I need to take some risk in this matchup because game 1 is not very good. I think post-board it's reasonable. And also, my hand is not very good in this matchup right now, so I need to take risks. And not play to not lose. I need to play to win. And that's why I went for the Dispute, which was good in the sense that I drew the Nile Spellbomb, but it was not good because I didn't find the last Tron piece. But I have a map, so let's see. And okay, so they play 5 lands, I guess. Yeah, Winding Way. And they have 1 card in hand. And here's the Spy. Okay, so now I really need to cast my Nile Spellbomb. And as far as I know, they don't have the removal for the artifact, right? And they don't even have a creature in the graveyard. Okay, so they need to put a creature in the graveyard. Oh, so they have Sagu, the Baluster Spy, and 1 card. Even if that card is the Vandal, they cannot destroy the Nile Spellbomb. Okay, now what if I... Yeah, I do like this. I play the Mine, I have 3 mana, I cast the Nile Spellbomb, and I play the Record Wellspring, and yeah. And here's my Mine. I could Dispute and go to this card. No, that's not even true. So, let's do that. Yeah, I'm gonna... okay, this is really good. I think we are gonna survive this turn. And then we are gonna play another nice Spellbomb. We're gonna have a cast down. They go for the Sagu Wildling. Oh, 6 mana. Maybe it's an Ant. Oh, it's a Troll Khazad-dûm. Yeah, I have cast down for that. And I don't... They should... It's right to play like this for them, but I don't think they could really hope to win this game that way. But... And as Zio Francone once said, Oddio è il Fangren Marauder, lui ci sorregge, lui ci protegge. Oh, since I have another Wizard's Rocket, I am gonna use 1. To cast my Fangren Marauder now. Yeah, and I'm gonna take some damage here. I'm not gonna block because I don't want them to have creatures in the graveyard. And next turn I'm gonna gain a lot of life. Okay, so they have creatures in the graveyard. Yeah, they do 4 cards, but they need to find the stupid thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna block because I couldn't, even if I wanted to. And now the Fangren Marauder is gonna protect us. They're gonna Spy, I guess. 5 lands, 5 mana, Sagu Wildling. Okay. Reasonable, but at the same time I don't really care, because now I'm gonna Dispute. I'm gonna gain a lot of life points here. Okay, that's not even that bad. I could Rat now, but I don't think I need to do that. I just need to cast down the Troll now. Yeah, basically, I wanna keep them in check with Nile Spellbomb and kill them with my Crypt Rats. What the hell did I... What was that? Okay, no problem, because I have a lot of artifacts anyways. I'm gonna attack, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna attack, because if they block, I am gonna cast down. I don't think they are gonna block, because 5 damage are not relevant from their point of view. Yeah. I'm gonna kill this one. And if they're gonna triple block, I'm gonna kill everything. And attacking with the Marauder, it's good because they are not killing me with damage. And if they go to a lower life total, I could kill them with my Crypt Rats. Okay, they're gonna play the Generous Ant, I guess. Another creature that it's gonna be cast down. I don't have Disputes in my graveyard. Let's do that. Let's play this one. This one I like. Display a chromatic sphere, or star rather. Let's gain some life. Let's dispute a bunch. Let's play my Crypt Rats. And I could cast down the Generous End and attack, but if I do that, then they could untap the Sagu Wildling and block. But at that point, I just Crypt Rats for 1. What if I... Yeah, what if I Crypt Rats for 1? Or no, maybe for 6 mana. What if I just Crypt Rats for 3? That seems very nice, right? Because now I have another copy of Crypt Rats. And yeah. And I attack, and before the block, I use this one. I know this is not the best way to do the thing, but I changed my mind I changed my mind while I was casting my cards. And now I'm gonna win with my Crypt Rats. Oh yeah, attack. I don't think they're gonna block. And then Crypt Rats for little. This is my rat. And take black mana so that I can do it for 5 and with 5 again in response if something strange happen. Yeah, and in response I'm gonna do that for 5. Okay. And again, we are gonna side in some negates and some Karkland Shamans, and we are gonna side out Stream of Thought, the Fangraph, and 2 Fangren Marauders. No, this is not keepable. And yeah, this is. And we are gonna put back the rat, I think. Yeah, I need the Crystal Grotto because... Okay, so they maul to 6. They have the Masked Vandal, so I'm not gonna cast my Nile Spellbound now. No, I don't think I am supposed to keep this one, because I need interaction before I find the Tron cards. And they could Masked Vandal my Candy Trail, and I don't think they are going to. I need to keep my cast down because they have Battlement, which I'm gonna kill next turn. And I play the Candy Trail because now they are gonna play the Battlement, I'm gonna kill it, and maybe, just maybe, even if I don't think they are gonna do that, maybe they could think about going for the Vandal on my Candy Trail. And that would be very, very good for me, right? Because then my Nile Spellbomb run free. Again, I don't think it's correct to do that, but if I play Chromatic Star, there's 0% chance that they go for the Masked Vandal on that one. Oh, and they drew the Mesmeric Fiend. Okay. This means we have Tron, they don't have the Spy, so we have time now. Yeah, I think we keep both on top now, because we have 3 draws, and in 2 turns we are gonna have... I know if they find a Spy, they will kill us, but we don't see a Spy now. They go over the Prophetic Prism, I guess, yeah. As I have mana, it's not that relevant. Okay, so if I draw with the Chromatic Star, yeah, I think I need to rush a little bit. So I take whatever, play this one, use it because why not? And now we have Tron up. And next turn we are gonna draw 3 fresh cards and hope we find some relevant cards before they find a spy, basically. That's it. And this is a... okay, no, this is not a spy. But a spy could appear here any moment. Wow. Wow. Just one creature. Incredible. Well, just one useless creature. And we... okay, guys. I think we are a little bit blessed today. Yeah. Let's play this one. If they play something scary, I'm gonna negate. Otherwise, I'm gonna go Fanatical Offering at the end of turn. But I need to keep negate up. They're gonna attack. I am not gonna care. And they still don't have the spy. And if they draw the spy, they lose because they go for it 100%. So I kinda hope they find a spy now. Oh, wow. That's justice. Okay, this is not that bad because... yeah, no way I'm gonna risk it. So I'm gonna play this one, and now if you need to find a way to get rid of this negate, you're gonna target, and I'm gonna cycle it because you cannot go for the spy this turn. Okay, so you have it, but I think it's fine, and I'm gonna cycle it because they don't have 4 mana. Yeah, I'm gonna pay, I'm gonna draw, and this is kinda bad, but what you gonna do? Yeah, and I use that creature because I don't think they have a 5th land in the deck by how they played the last game. In fact, okay, we are gonna for sure dispute this one, and I think this is pretty good. Yeah. Let's cast this one. Take the Crystal Grotto so that I have red mana and... oh no, this one I don't need. And I play the Spell Bomb. Now I have my negate up. I have my Nile Spell Bomb number 2. And this one I'm gonna negate, I think. Because I have my spell bomb for the spy. And even if they have another Vandal, they need to find a way to put a creature in the graveyard. And Winding Way is a way to do that. So, yeah, I'm gonna take 2 damage, I don't care. I have a Deadly Dispute on my graveyard that I can fire off on my Karkan Shaman or on my Ichor Wellspring. Very, very nice. Okay. Yeah, that's not very good, but... let's pass the turn. And we won! Okay, let's go. Let's fucking go. Welcome to the last match. And this time we keep 7 and we have Tron assembled. And we lost the die roll again. I think it's the 7th time, but this is a pretty insane end. This seems like a Gates deck. Okay. The one that Karochi rode to the top of the world at the last Paupergeddon, and the one that MVanni used to get to a 2nd place at the last showcase and at the final of the last IPT in Italy. Okay, maybe I was a little bit greedy. I wasn't thinking about Spell Pierce because yeah, maybe that was a mistake, but let's see. Okay, another gate. Because I was thinking if they go for counterspell, I'm fine with that. Of course I'm not fine if they go for Spell Pierce. Okay, Prism. Nice. Pass, no reason to do anything. Okay, so we're both developing our mana base. And we are a little bit flawed out. Okay, this is very good. I know I'm wasting some life points if I crack this before the Marauder. But yeah, I don't think I need to crack it right now. There's no rush. Because I have 1,000,000 mana. And if I pass with mana up, they are scared maybe. Okay, this one I don't care that much, because I don't think we are gonna win this match with this game with life points, but with mill. Okay, so now we are gonna play this one. I don't think they can afford to counter this one, because what if I have a dispute? Yeah. let's play a black mana, I think. Now I'm... no. I don't want to play the Fangren Marauder now, because if they counter, I don't have a way to punish them. And even if it resolves 8 life, it's not a big deal, because when they start to attack, they are gonna attack for a big chunk of life with the gates, right? So I need to leverage these Fangren Marauders as a very useful mean of protection. So they play the Basilisk Gate, and they start attacking for a bunch. So now we're gonna cast the Fangren Marauder. Yeah, we are gonna do that. Green mana. Fangren Marauder. Let's see if they counterspell. If not, we are gonna dispute and do some stuff. Okay, so now we need to find another Fangren Marauder very quickly. And we are gonna dispute. Wow. That's not very good, to be honest. Yeah. And another one, okay. If they have another Basilisk Gate, we don't die. But of course, it's not very good for us. And now, if we don't find anything, we could Crypt Rats and try to clear the board. 1, 2, 3, 4 black mana, right? Yeah, we can do that if they don't have another counterspell. Yeah. I think we need to... Let's cycle first. This is not the best. Go for the Crypt Rats. And I think I need to do this right now, because if they have Prismatic Strands, I need to block anyways. So might as well do that now, cycle, and see what happens. Another Crypt Rats, funny. Yeah, I don't have more than 3 black mana to do it in response to the Prismatic Strands, so let's see what happens. And if they have Strands, well, I drew a million lands, it's... yeah, they do. Yeah, so the Crypt Rats survive. And it needs to block. And now I am gonna play the Expedition map. Crack the Expedition map. And I think take the Swamp. Play the Swamp, play the Nile Spellbomb, and exile the graveyard, and draw a card. No, I can do this on their turn, right? And on my next turn, I'm gonna Crypt Rats again. Yeah, the Modern Age. They cycle a land, which is good for them. Oh, I see. And so I dice, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Might as well use the Crypt Rats for 1, so that I kill the cat, and then I exile the graveyard, and they don't have the cat. But this way I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I go to 3, and I cannot Crypt Rats on my turn. So I need to draw something. I go to 2 because yeah, I take 1 by the Crypt Rats, but no, I think I need to draw because many things are needed in order to win this game, and I need to draw very well. So an extra card is better now. Okay, I go to 2. Okay, no point in waiting. Let's do this now. Let's cycle. That's a start. I go to 2. They go to 1.5 million, but they have 0 card in hands. And I have a powerful Fangren Marauder and a Dispute in the graveyard. Okay, so let's do like this and... Oddio, è il Fangren Marauder, lui ci protegge, lui ci sorregge. And let's Dispute and hope to find some artifacts to survive. Okay, that's an artifact. And those are artifacts. So I have 4 mana to work with. Yeah. Let's cast this one. Stream of Thought will be useful at a certain point, but that's not that point. We need the Igor Wellspring pretty soon. So we are gonna keep that. We are gonna gain a bunch of life, and we are gonna play this one. And now I think We hope they don't find another Basilisk Gate in the top 2 cards of their deck. Basically, if they drew very... I'm not saying they drew well. They drew the card that matched in a good way versus our end. And we flood a lot. So, as long as this last card is not very good, I think we are in good shape now. Because they attack, we take 7. We don't care about their life point. We just care about our Fangren Marauder, which is gonna protect us, and they don't have a way to kill that because, of course, they would have done that before. Yeah, and that's eventually we can rat the board, but I don't think we need to do that quite yet. Let's just gain some life. They have a counterspell in hand, so I am gonna play Prophetic Prism in order to bait them. That's reasonable. Yeah, I think they have a counterspell, but by the look of it, because they play the pose they are making, let me think that they have a counterspell. Oh, maybe they don't have a counterspell. They was just bluffing. For sure, we're playing this. We need more mana, so now we are gonna play another Fangren Marauder, and we are gonna sing the Fangren Marauder song. Oh Dio, il Fangren Marauder! And I think we are not out of the woods yet, so I am gonna dispute away this one, because I don't feel safe yet. If they find 2 Basilisk Gates very soon, I could still die. And I have Fanatical Offering in the graveyard? No. Of course not. And I'm gonna pass. I'm not gonna attack because I'm not winning this game by attacking. I don't think. Yeah, let's discard this one. Okay, I have my Stream of Thought on the bottom of my deck, if I am not mistaken. And when they are gonna... Okay, I'm gonna cast down the creature that they pump, because that's basically some life points. Okay, this one I don't care too much. Yeah. And I know next turn they could double Basilisk, but they are not gonna double Basilisk the same creature, and I will probably draw another cast down because I have 20 cards left in the deck. Yeah. So now I am once again gonna Fanatical Offering this one, because I have all the colored mana that I need. This is not good per se. It's good because it's 10 life and a shuffle for my deck, and I wanna find my stream as soon as possible. And I think another tower is the best one because it's more mana. So I'm gonna play that one. I am gonna play my expedition map. I am gonna do like this. What's on top? Crystal Grotto, okay. And oh, sorry. I really need to use the ones that I have in the graveyard because I don't want my disputes to be exiled by the Traven Charm that they could have. And yeah, why not? And now I don't think I'm gonna die. So I basically just need to find my Stream of Thought as soon as I can. Okay, this one is fine. Draw as many cards as you wish. I have 3 cast down in my deck, and every cast down is basically like 20 life. Yeah, I can do like this, I think. Okay, and that's a cast down. Very nice. Let's do like this. Let's play the Crypt Rats. Let's waste some mana. Let's dispute. Where's my Stream of Thought? Okay. And I guess I even start attacking now. Because I'm not gonna block, of course. And now I think we just need to make sure our stream is not the last card in the deck. Because if it's not the last card in the deck, it's easier. And if it's the last card in the deck, then we need to have some instant speed way to put something in the graveyard to shuffle it back, because if they exile the graveyard in response to the stream, we sacrifice an artifact that goes to the graveyard and it gets shuffled back. Okay. And use the stream? No. This is not a stream. I don't think I particularly need to rush things because I have a million ways to not die. And I'm gonna attack because I need to spend some time and some energy thinking about my Fangren Marauders. Okay. You can block if you want. No, you don't. Okay, go. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna use it in response. And I'm gonna eviscerate or incite it in response. Okay, and use my Stream of Thought. Okay, you can play your Prismatic Strands number 3. Yeah, take it. For mana. This has protection, right? And okay, I tapped. I counted. I miscounted, but I don't think it's relevant. And yeah, your turn. You have 3 turns, and I don't think you are. Oh no, 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 no! I need to use my spell bomb now. And now I just need to go fast. But we have 9 minutes to win game 2, so we need to be very, very fast. We are gonna put another Stream of Thought in the deck, and for sure we are gonna put Negate and Pyroblast. And we need to be aware of something. They could have Dust to Dust to exile our Wizard's Rocket, and that could be a problem. I don't think we need Cast Down very much. I don't think we need all those Crypt Rats because it's not a kill condition. And you know, I'm not even sure what's correct to do, because Crypt Rats, it's a way to clear the board, but they could have Prismatic Strands. And Night Spellbomb, it's a... yeah, let's do like this. Okay, so I'm not gonna talk too much, I'm gonna click very fast. Okay, this is a keepable end. Candy Trail. On the second turn we're gonna go Prophetic Prism maybe. Okay, this one I don't care about too much. Okay, so play them up. I don't think they are gonna have Dust to Dust up on the next turn. Not the Marauder, yes, to the Tron land. Go. So next turn we are gonna have Tron lined up. Unless they go for the planes, they won't have... okay, this one is fine. And they don't take anything. Alright, so let's do this right now so that if they go for Dust to Dust, they don't have 2 targets. Next turn I'm gonna play the Prophetic Prism, and if they go for Dust to Dust, I'm gonna crack all my artifacts in response. So I'm not sure if they played that card, but I am playing around it as much as it's free. As long as it's free, sorry. Okay, they attack for 4, but then I have... oh, okay, they think this is a bad matchup, so they need to raise. It's reasonable. And they didn't find other Squadron Oxy, which is strange. Maybe it was a misclick, I don't know. Okay, so now... yeah, yeah, I think I do this. I need some artifacts. Yeah, okay. Okay, I play this one and I dispute it, and I play this one. They didn't have another land drop, so they are not gonna Dust to Dust us. Next turn I'm gonna play my Fangren Marauder with my Pyroblast up and start gaining life. Yeah, okay. And the raise, it's... Okay, let's go. Yeah, so maybe I don't need to do this right now because I have Pyroblast to protect my dispute, and they don't pump because I am the one who's starting, who's attacking now. Okay, and play this one, and on their end step, I'm gonna Eviscerate Insight and flashback the Insight, sacrificing the map, the spell bomb, and drawing with the spell bomb, and cashing in all the colored mana with Rocket, making sure to leave 1 red mana up for my Pyroblast. And if they go for, oh, it's dust to dust. See? Oh no, it's just an outlaw medic. Okay. And they keep blue up. No, they don't keep anything up. Yeah. So now no. Let's be reasonable. Okay. Now I'm gonna dispute this one. I'm gonna pay 1 mana. And now I am gonna dispute again. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. Okay, they attack, it's fine. Okay, that's very, very good, actually. So, now I need all the colored mana that I can produce. If I play this one, yeah, I do this right now because they are tapped out and I have a lot of counters for next turn. Okay. Okay, your turn. And now I think the best card is the Crypt Rats and the Rockets, of course. Yeah, this is fine. Let's draw. Prismatic Strengths. I think I'm gonna counter that. Oh, but that was a mistake because they're gonna... Oh no, I'm stupid. Okay. No, that was a mistake because I'm playing very fast. Okay, I needed to let that resolve, and I basically used my precious counter for no reason. Okay, that was pretty bad, to be honest. Very, very stupid on my part. Okay. No, I don't want any of these because I'm trying to win by combat damage this time. Okay. And now I eat the spell bomb. Yeah, but there's no need to do that right now, right? Okay. Okay, you use it, but I draw. That's the important thing. Yeah, I draw. And you use 2. Now you have other copies. Oh. No, it's too early. I should have used the map token before the attack. Oh no, another one! Crazy. Okay. You got it. No, I don't want to put it in the graveyard because Eviscerator's Insight, it's the perfect card for me now. And I have no other spell bombs in my deck. So there's no way to get rid of these Prismatic Strengths. Okay, let's go fast. Yeah, no, that's not what I meant to do. And attack. I don't want to show them the Crypt Rats because I want them to use the trends before I show them the Crypt Rats, and I protect the Crypt Rats with my 3 copies of Pyroblast. Okay. Do I play the Crypt Rats now? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna protect that. I'm not gonna... Oh, no, black. Red mana. Oh. I don't want to lose to time. And I'm gonna take... two red mana and a lot of black mana, so that they need to use the... Now I'm gonna rat for 10, 11, and they are gonna use the prismatic strands or else they die. And on my next turn I'm gonna kill them. Okay, so I just need to not lose to time, right? Which is a possibility. They have 1 card in hand. Yeah, okay. No, they can take 1,000,000 life now. Oh no. And I think we are gonna lose to time, but this is a game we... 27. They take 10. Yeah, attack with everything. Okay, and now we just need to not lose to time. Yeah, the good old die with little on the stack. Oh no, 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 not like this. Oh no, guys. Ah, that's painful. Yeah, and they... That's painful, but of course that counts as a win on my book. So I think that was a pretty good performance for the deck, because it's a 4-1 and we faced 4 fast decks and we won even though we lost all the die rolls, which is a pretty good sign, I think. And the only loss was versus a very good mono blue player, which was very well prepared for the matchup. So I'm not really sure that that counts as a test for the matchup, because that's not typical, right? It's a little bit sad because I wanted to try the configuration versus mono blue, but that deck was very strange, so I'm not really sure if it counts. Notably, we beat 2 spy decks, and since that one is the new odd thing in town, I think this is a point in favor of this deck. The list is pretty good, I think. Cartland Shaman impressed me quite a lot, and basically I'm sure about 73 cards out of 75. I'm not sure about the Circle of Protection Blue. Will I play this deck in the showcase? I'm not sure. It is possible. I need to investigate a little bit more. So that's it for today. Don't like the video, don't subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments if there's another deck that I should consider for the upcoming tournament. And if you liked the video, tell everyone about it. And if you didn't like the video, well, honestly, I think you are right, because you should be watching Seasonofmists stream right now. So go check that out. Bye bye.